Satnam. Welcome to another class. Today we have a beautiful sunny weather outside. It's gorgeous. It was absolutely awful and rainy in the morning if you are in the same country as I'm. Now it got really nice and beautiful, so that's good. I would like to talk first about the massive event we had. I'm going to stop the music actually for a second. So we had a full moon, and we had also a lunar eclipse. So that together is creating a very big thing for us, for sensory creature like is a human, because you can develop your senses to a point where you can completely, not merge, but you can connect to the moon or connect to the sun. So some people have this connection stronger, some people have the connection less strong. If you saw on Facebook, I was posting this picture. This dude is asking this girl if she's influenced by moon, and she's like half being drawn into the moon with the hair and everything. And she says a little, and the moon says a little as well. So it was quite funny. We can use this full moon energy, especially in the eclipse. In about 2 weeks' time, we're going to have another solar eclipse. So we had one solar eclipse about 2-3 weeks ago. We have a lunar eclipse, and then we have a solar eclipse again. So it's quite big shifts happening, and at the same time, Mercury is in retrograde. That means when you look at Mercury, it feels like it's going backwards, which can do some sort of weird stuff with our technology. This is maybe why my technology isn't quite working today, but it seems like everybody's hearing it, so that's good. So full moon represents letting go. It represents something what you set an intention on a new moon. When it's the new beginning, sometimes it feels quite raw on new moon. Me especially personally, I have a bit lower energy because the moon does not reflect the sun that much. In a full moon, you can see how people are like full of energy, and maybe it's your case. Maybe you have it the opposite. How do you feel? How did you feel last weekend? How do you feel now? You can just have a little bit tune in what did it do to you. I feel like on a full moon there's always a good party. There's always some good dance or good energies up. You can let go. You can simply join to the energy of the full moon and just let go. Let go of everything that you don't need. Just let it simply go. Let it be. You can work with this moon energy. Especially women can work with the moon energy even more, because I think they are more connected to the moon energy, to the moon centers, to the all the cycle you have, so you can tune into that as well. Sometimes you find that women have a bleed either on the full moon or the new moon. There's all sorts of stuff happening, which I apologies don't really understand that much, but I would like to learn. So maybe in the future. Anyway, yoga-wise, today we're going to do Kriya, which is called a simple awakening to the 10 bodies. I'm not sure if you know from the yogic philosophy, we don't have only the physical body. Yeah, from the yogic point of view, you have another 9 bodies. So what are these bodies and how do you work with them? So let's start from the beginning. When you, from the yogic philosophy, again, when you come to this world, it's the soul. Yeah, the soul comes. So the first body is the soul body. So that's your heart. This is your inner being. This is your true self, what you are. So when you are connected to the soul body, you act more from the place of the heart rather than the head. Yeah, you sort of feel what's good for you, not think and then act. It's more of an intuitive process that you know what is good for you. I'm going to partially read, partially comment about this. So your creativity flows in a simple way, in a pure way. So you're very creative. You sort of intuitively know what is good for you. It's a place of a great humility. You can relax into the flow, what is set up for you. You can just simply let it flow. Enjoy the beauty of the life. When it's imbalanced, your head goes first. So you think, and that can get into the mind, which can all sometimes give you, not really good clues. You may feel stuck, not being able to access your purpose and creative flow of life. Lovely. So that's the soul body. Then you have 3 minds. So the second, third, and fourth is the mind. Yeah. So you have a negative mind, you have a positive mind, and you have a neutral mind. So negative mind doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad in the sense of it's telling you so not to do. It might be a good thing if you're standing on a cliff and the mind is telling you don't go there. You might slip and you might fall down. So that's the protective mind. Yeah, that's the mind that is protecting you, telling you, okay, this might be a danger. Maybe don't do that. Yeah. Then you have the opposite. You have the positive mind. So the positive mind is the opportunity mind. It's telling you, do that. That will be fun. I'm sure it will be great. There's some beautiful opportunity for you. Yeah. And then you have the neutral mind. So the neutral mind is the judge, and it says, okay, there's some kind of this, some kind of that, and what is the central place telling me? What should I do? Yeah. Again, you can have overpowered negative, overpowered positive, but you sort of trying to get to the neutral mind as close as you can, because that's your space where it's good to act from. Then we have the physical body. The physical body carries all of these. Yeah, so that's your. It gives you capacity to sacrifice. What does it mean? It makes you the ability to make sacred. Yeah, for example, make sacred this temple, just the body. Make it that beautiful, that tuna that carries all the other parts. It represents a balance in your life, and it represents a teacher. So when you're a teacher, you take abstractions and you can explain them to anyone, at any age, any intelligence, of any way of life. You just explain it simply. Yeah, so that's the teacher. If it's unbalanced, you might be angry, greedy, jealous, competitive, or ungrateful. In one of the classes we did an arc line, which is very interesting part of the body. So that's the 6th one. So arc line is the halo. You remember Jesus Christ, how he's pictured? His halo was that strong, it was actually visible. Yeah, so that's the it's like a golden halo from earlobe to earlobe. So women have a second arc line. That's from nipple to nipple. That's for the baby. So when the baby is on the mother's breast, it recharges in the halo. This is why men sometimes really enjoy being in this space, because they sort of recharge. They go there to let go and recharge, really. So the arc line is connected to your commitment. Yeah, if you are struggling with some kind of commitment, it might be the arc line. It might be the arc line is when you have some kind of past karma from past life, and it stores in the arc line. So it's good to clear this arc line. It gives you radiance, arc line. Then you have the aura. That's your magnetic field. How everybody sees you. How well you can attract opportunities. It's like a shield around you that can block negativity and attract positivity both ways. Then you have the pranic body. Pranic body is the how you breathe, and it allows you to be fearless, fully alive, and one with all creation. Breathing is deep and relaxed if the pranic body is in balance, and nothing can simply bother you. You'll be just like, all right, I'm just gonna have a breath and what did you say? You're able to just have a breath and then sort of reflect on what happened. This is where you remember the 1 minute breath meditation. That's like super good for this. so you are getting more stress resilient, you are self-motivated, you have energy to achieve goals. When the pranic body is weak on the other side, you don't have the energy, you sort of, I just can't, you know, you have the chronic fatigue, low level anxiety, you get the energy from elsewhere, yeah, so if you don't have the pranic body, if you don't work with the breath regularly, or you know, definitely on a daily basis, you will need to get the energy from elsewhere, from food, from stimulants, from coffee, from wherever. And then we have the last two, subtle body. Subtle body is the body that carries the soul in the time of death, and it helps you to realize the boundlessness, and it helps you to act calmly and with great finesse. You learn quickly and you master situations easily. So with the subtle body, if it's really good balance, you're able to walk into the room and exactly know what's happening there. You can tune into the subtlety of a situation, or in the morning when you wake up and you feel, how am I feeling today? If you tune into the subtle body, you sort of know how you feel, and you know what to do in order to balance yourself. If it's unbalanced, you might be naive, easily fooled, unintentionally crude, or rough in your speech or behavior, so too much fire basically. You may be restless because you lack the peace that comes from flowing with the way things are. So key to balancing this is to do a meditation or Kriya for 1000 days. Very easy. How to yeah. So you know these goals. You have 40 days. Yeah, I made 40 days. Amazing. Then you can make 90 days, which confirms the new habit. And you have 120 days that plays with the psyche, and 1000 days that completely merges the meditation or whatever you do with yourself. So you are the Kriya that you are doing for 1000 days. And the last one, radiant body. So you may have experienced it when somebody enters the room and sort of everybody kind of looks and he's just shining, or she's just shining. It's the eyes, everything is just shining. So Yogi Bhajan was teaching there's the aura, and on the outline of the aura as the subtle body, I think, yeah, and on the super out of the outer layer of the aura is the radiance. Yeah, so it's literally how you shine, how people can see you. So it's really good for abundance. So radiant body gives you a spiritual royalty and radiance. It makes you courageous in the face of any obstacle. You gain respect, and if it's unbalanced, you may be afraid of conflict and you shy away. So you're sort of going out rather than shining out. Lovely. So this is just an introduction to what we're going to do today. So the Kriya is set to tap into all of these, and so we're going to go from one to another, and it ends with a beautiful meditation. It's called the Laya Yoga Meditation. It's beautifully uplifting, and yeah, we're going to do 11 minutes, and the meditation, you can do up to 31 minutes this meditation, and you try it, just try it, experience the meditation for 31 minutes in your own time, because it's something absolutely beautiful. Lovely, guys. Let's tune in. You know the mantra, Ong, Namo, Gurudev, Namo. I bow to my higher self, to the creative consciousness within. To your teacher within. Connect to the lineage of teachers. So hands in a prayer pose. Close your eyes. Connect to your heart center. Take a deep inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale. drop down to your sitting bones. Inhale, expand. Stretch out the chest, open the chest. Tuck the chin under and exhale. When you exhale, squeeze the navel in. Get rid of the stale air. Inhale. And exhale fully. Really empty the lungs completely before you put any prana in you. One more deep inhale. And deep exhale. Squeeze all the air out. Increase the pressure between the hands slightly. And focus on the brow point, the third eye. Inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Hold the breath, apply root lock, squeeze all the locks at the bottom of the spine. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's do some warm-ups, starting with spinal flex. Hands on your shins. And off we go. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. So straight from the beginning, focus on the breath, keep the chin down, open the chest, and just simply get the spine moving. Focus on the lower spine. You can mentally vibrate Sat as you go forward, Nam as you go back. Try to avoid any manipulation with the neck. The chin should stay in a level. It's good. The way I teach it is, imagine that your body from the neck down is underwater and your head must stay above water so you can breathe. So just try to keep the head in level and speed up a little bit. Nicely stretch the shoulders forward, backwards, use your hands. Last few. Speed up if it feels good to do so. And inhale. Hold breath. Apply the root lock. Squeeze the energy up the spine. And exhale. Do a front life nerve stretch. So going off your cushions for this one. Legs stretched out. So drawing your toes toward you. Then stretch as high as you can. And then go down. So grabbing wherever you can grab. If you know spinal flex, just go for it. Otherwise, using 2 fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, wrap around the big toe. And then thumbs pressing into the big toenail. So start with stretching up. Chin down. Straight spine, and then simply go down. And you focus on the lower back. Keep going. Nice big inhale, nice big exhale. If you can't quite reach your toes, it's better to leave the legs stretched out, and maybe the way I teach it is have whatever you have. It could be a sock, and wrap it around like this. Then you can pull, because if you bend the knees, you're not stretching really your hamstrings and your calves. This is what you want to stretch as well. And then just if it's just a little bit that you go down, perfect. Just stick with it. Tomorrow it will be a little bit more. Just work with your own tempo. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Going, maybe speed up a little bit towards the end. And inhale to the center. Stretch up, chin down. Exhale, and just simply relax into it. Go down. With inhale, slightly lengthen the spine. And slow exhale, just drop down really gently. And do a few more, just inhale slightly up. And exhale. Slowly down, extend. And do one more. Inhale up. And exhale. Super. And make a few circles with your ankles. Just give them some fresh blood. Super. And come to rock pose. So that's on your knees. Or you can go to easy pose. Yeah, for this one it doesn't really matter. And just warm up the shoulders a little bit. You know my favorite crisscross. So drawing elbows back and then cross and across again. Just find a breathing pattern that suits you. That's it, keep going. Try to stay present, try to stay within your body. Maybe if you close your eyes, that usually helps. And try to stay focused on the breath. And alternate going up, up and back and cross and back and up and back, cross and back. That's it, and inhale up. Stretch up, stretch your fingers, stretch from the bottom of the spine, stretch your armpits, apply a root lock. And exhale slowly down, combing the aura, and let go. Let go, clear out. Some shoulder rotations backwards. So you can either keep your hands on your thighs and not move them, or you can move the hands along the thighs, whatever feels good for you. So really squeezing up and drawing the shoulder blades together. Make space for shoulders. And going forwards. A couple of times backwards just to restart the spine, reset. And putting your hands on your shoulders, fingers front, thumbs in the back. Then you know what's coming. Open your chest, chin down. Lift your elbows and drop your shoulders. And shoulders are relaxed. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Spinal twist. Yeah, the head follows the shoulders. That's it. That's really good. Make sure the chin is still tucked in. Very good, guys. Very good. Try to open up the elbows so the chest opens nicely. That's it, that's beautiful. And inhale to the center. And exhale. Very good, and do some, so let's do some neck warm-ups and leave it completely up to you, yeah? If you want to do just left and right, just stretch the neck this way, that's good. If you want to do half circles, that's good. If you want to do the full circle, that's also good. Yeah, just listen to the neck, what it wants to do and how it wants to warm up. Yeah, for me, for example, I just want to do these for now because my right hand side hurts. Yeah, so just do whatever the neck wants to do. And then add breath and breathe into it nicely. Change the breathing pattern or change the way you rotate. Still warming up the neck. Good, and make 2 more times around, or last couple of stretches. Lovely, and inhale to the center. Hold the breath, apply the root lock, squeeze on the anus sphincter, lower abs, sex organs, squeeze them all together, navel goes towards the spine, and relax. Lovely, let's start the Kriya. So the first one you will like, some of you maybe, is a stretch pose. So we're gonna do let's say 1.5 minutes of stretch pose, not too long. So for those who know what to do, you can set yourself up. For those who don't, I'm going to demonstrate. So you lay down on your back, then you point your toes. You can't see, can you? Like this. You point your toes, hands over the thighs. Pause the music. Yeah, hands over the thighs, and then you apply all these muscles here. Yeah, you make them nice and strong. And then you raise your feet 6 inches above, It's about 10 centimeters. Go up with your head and begin breath of fire in this position. Yeah, like so. If breath of fire is not good for you today, do long deep breathing. That applies for if you are on the heavy days of your period, and if you feel you're pregnant, and also if you have a really low blood pressure. Lovely. So sit yourself up, try to keep your feet off the ground at all times and really power it up with the breath of fire. And off we go. Keep going, keep going. So the key is the breath of fire, to really keep it moving and really press the lower back into the floor. Keep your feet up, point the toes. It's a stretch pose. You're stretching yourself out as far as it goes, and you're looking at the tips of your toes. Pointing the toes, that's it, point the toes. Yeah, perfect. Keep going, halfway through, that's nearly there. And we're going to go with you. Last 20 seconds. 10. And inhale, hold the breath, apply root lock, and exhale and relax. Have a couple of breaths laying on your back. And then bringing the knees to the chest. You wrap your hands around the knees, and then your nose is in between your knees, yeah, in this position. So you're really wrapping yourself completely. Then you begin breath of fire for another minute and a half. Off we go. Keep going. So this is very good for the heart. You're bringing all the blood into your heart. Strengthens the heart. So really draw the knees as close to your chest as you can. And keep the breath of fire. Keep the navel pumping. That's good. Try not to cross your ankles. Yeah, try to have your ankles next to each other, so your hip alignment is good. You're nearly there, last 30 seconds. Really try to wrap even more. Really focus on the navel. Yeah, focus on the navel, how it pumps. Inhale, hold the breath, squeeze, apply root lock, and relax. And have a couple of breaths on your back, or in your own time, making your way back to easy pose. Lovely. So set yourself back into easy pose. So the first one was for the physical body, for the navel. So you really set the navel with the stretch pose. That's excellent. If you want to do this practice early morning, first thing, that's like really, really good. The second is bringing the energy to your heart. The third one works with the arc line. So it's an ego eradicator. So you are in celibate pose. You're in celibate pose. Just a moment. Okay, lovely. So celibate pose, guys, is when you put your feet by the side of your body. Yeah. So with feet by the side. This might be a little bit hard for the knees, and then you sort of sit in between the legs. Yeah. So you can try it, see how it goes. If this feels too much, put something under your bum. Yeah, and then you sort of. So feet are along the body, facing backwards. You can even move the calf muscle a little bit out of the way. And then raise the arms up, so your fingers are tucked into the finger pads. And the very important thing about the ego eradicator is stretching out the thumb. Yeah, they really stretch it out as far as possible. This pressure is very important. So then, yeah, like so. Also, common mistake is to do this. Yeah, so really stretch out also the knuckles, so this is nice and straight. Yeah, so pointing the thumbs, go as high, stretch up, and then move down 30 degrees. Yeah, and hold this position, open the chest, begin breath of fire, and focus on the place above your head. Strong breath of fire, and it feels like as if you are planting your thumbs into the sky, like really charge up, really plant them fingers down, bring thumbs up into the sky. Keep going, make sure the arms are nice and straight, and really the pressure between the index finger and the thumb is the crucial one. So really plug it up, charge up into the heavens, and focus on the point above your head. Last 10 seconds, power it up. And inhale. Hold the breath, apply root lock. Exhale, keep your hands up. And inhale strongly. Apply root lock again, and now connect your thumbs without looking at them, above your head. And stretch out your fingers, and again exhale, calming down the aura, just clear out your magnetic field. And relax. The next one is a modification of a live nerve stretch. So for this one, your feet are wide apart. So put your feet wide apart as far as it goes. Then use your hands and squeeze it underneath the calf to move them a little bit more. Yeah? So for this one, if you cannot touch your toes, I advise to grab the shin yeah, or grab underneath the knee, or you can use the sock technique. That's good, isn't it? Sock technique. You wrap it around, yeah, and then you pull on that. So ideally, you are stretching up, and then exhale, grab the toes of the left foot, and inhale up, stretch up, and then grabbing the toe of the right foot. Yeah, so you're alternating up, down, and you aiming to have the torso on your thigh muscle. Yeah, sort of the head on the knee. So inhale up, exhale down, touch, and again. And just keep it going, nice breath. Try to keep your arms straight. Nice big breath. Deep inhale as you go up. This is for your root chakra. This is for the bottom of your spine. Going. Nicely stretch the legs. Stretch it beautifully. Pull a little bit towards the toe and then stretch up again. Last few. Have a nice big stretch up. Inhale. Really fill in the lungs completely, and then when you exhale, try to use the exhale to deepen the stretch. Really use the exhale. And inhale up, stretch up, and exhale. And now grabbing onto your big toes. Can reach, perfect. If you can't, just grab your wherever you can grab. Stretch up, chin down, chest out. Try to have the spine straight and then going straight down. So inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Yeah, so you're going just straight down. So you're aiming to have your forehead on the floor if possible. Again, working with the breath. If it's just a little bit that you can move, perfect. Just work with your own pace, work with your own body. Your body is obviously different to everybody else's. So just work with your own edge, work with your own speed and pace. Make sure that the chin is still tucked in, yeah? So the energy can flow all the way up to the crown. Speeding up a little bit if it feels good to do so. And draw the toes towards your body, that helps. And inhale up. Apply root lock. Squeeze. Squeeze the energy up the spine. And relax. Super. And let's get into easy pose. And let's do spinal flex. So what we did in the beginning. Now you'll find out that it gets a little bit easier. So just grabbing onto your shins. And exactly how we did in the warm-up. You might find that you have more space now on the bottom of your spine. So try to tune into it. Try to move the energy. This exercise always reminds me to stretch the heart forward. So you go with the heart first and then the head. That's the soul body. So nicely stretch the heart forward. And when there is any challenge, anything, any block you have to go through, the navel initiates the move. And then the heart says, challenge, very good. I can grow again. And speeding up a little bit towards the end. And inhale. Hold the breath, open the chest. Sit for a moment and meditate. Just have a few breaths and just simply feel to what is. Just be for a moment. Very often we just do. Not very often we just are. We are human beings, not human beings. When you really truly connect to the heart, you feel that that's the present moment. So we're going to do a spinal flex on rock pose. So sit on your heels, hands flat on your thighs, and then doing the same. Now you move the focus to the middle of the spine. So you go a little bit higher with the focus. Forward, exhale back. Using the full capacity of your lungs. And nicely stretch forward. This is very clear that what you're stretching, that's literally the heart. Opening the heart and then protecting. Opening, protecting. Open and protect. Open and protect. Bring your focus onto the third eye for a change. So deeply focus into the brow point now. Up a little bit if it feels good to do so. And inhale to the center. Apply the root lock. Squeeze the energy up the spine. Really apply strong root lock so you can have a base to go from. Simply relax and breathe. Doing a spinal twist, the same as in the warm-up. So nicely open the chest, fingers on the shoulders, thumbs back. Now open the chest. Good. Lift your elbows slightly and relax the shoulders. Perfect. Chin down, chest out, inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Really enjoy this one. It's such a beautiful stretch for all your spine. Feel it at the bottom of your spine. Yeah, that's very good. Very good, guys. Again, speeding up a little bit if it feels good to do so. A little bit more for the stretch. Stay with the breath, stay conscious. And inhale to the center. Apply the root lock. Squeeze the mul band. And exhale. Just hands on the thighs. Again, have some deep breaths and feel how you feel. Maybe you feel a little bit of tingling on the spine. Maybe you feel, wow, the spine actually has some kind of energy there. That's good. Maybe you don't feel anything. That's good as well. So the next one is grab your shoulders as we did before. And this time we're gonna focus on the pranic body. So you're stretching up where your repeat this one, please. Thank you. Technology. Yeah, so your hands will be touching with your wrists like so. Yeah, so you're going up, inhaling up and exhaling down. I'm going to show you from the back so you see. And so hands like before. Like so. Yeah, so still sitting, if possible, still sitting on in your rock pose on your heels for greater effect. And then simply inhale up, exhale down. This is for your heart. This is very good for your thyroid, parathyroid. Yeah, keep it going. That's it. Just go to 90 degrees and then back up. Yeah, don't drop all the way down, just to 90 degrees and then up. Yeah, just up and down like this. It will create a little bit of pressure, but we're gonna release it in a second. Last 15 seconds. Just focus on the breath. And inhale. Squeeze up. And exhale down. Again, enjoy the sensation. Have a bit of a wriggle with your arms. A bit of a shoulder back rotation. And still sitting in your rock pose, still on your heels. So we're going to do alternate arm pumps first. So fingers are interlaced in Venus lock. So for women, it is the right hand first. So the right pinky is at the bottom, and then you join up. So your right thumb is at the top. Sorry, left thumb is on the top. Yeah. So for women is the right pinky at the bottom, and the left thumb on the top. For men is the opposite. So for men is the left pinky down and the right thumb up. Yeah. So create this mudra. Your thumbs are pressing into the crease where into the webbing. Yeah. So it looks like this. And then simply we're going to do some arm pumps. So this is very good for your pranic body, for the thyroid, for your metabolism balance. So inhale, stretch out. And we do, inhale, stretch out, overhead. Yeah, okay. Simply inhale up and then back to the lap. Yeah, with this one, it's really important to keep the hands straight. Yeah, so there's no bend in the elbows. Just make sure, keep going, make sure the chin is in the neck lock, Yeah? Just keep the chin down all time, so that's it, yeah. Keep going. Good. Have a nice, arms nice and straight, and go a little bit faster now. Feels like as if you are in a blacksmith and you sort of forging something for your future. Maybe you have some goal you would like to do, just focus on it and keep going for a little longer. Last 10 seconds. Speed it up if it feels good to do so. Increase the breath. And inhale up. Stretch up. Stretch through the armpit. And exhale. Go down. And sit in easy pose. We're going to do shoulder shrugs. So hands on the knees and both shoulders go up and drop down. Just releasing the tension, let go. If there's anything in your mind, have a look at it, process it, observe it, and then it might go away anyway. Yeah, for this one, really make sure the chin is nice and down so the spine is nice and straight. A few more seconds, keep it going. Good, and inhale up, squeeze up, and exhale. Now we're going to do alternate left shoulder up as you inhale, and then right as you exhale, and again, inhale left one up, exhale right one up. Make space for your shoulders. Be nice and stretch it up as high as it goes, all the way to the ear bolt, and then drop down. Last 15 seconds, go a little bit more for the breath, squeeze a little higher, left inhale up, right exhale up. Inhale both up. Exhale, now reverse. So inhale right one up, exhale left one up. This is good for coordination of the mind. So you're inhaling, right one goes up. And inhale both up. Apply root lock. And go down. Then I'm going to do neck turns, so only left and right, so as if you were saying no. So chin out, chest out, chin down. Just inhale to the left and exhale to the right. The neck is still in the neck lock. Nicely stretch the neck. Use the inhale, use the exhale. Go a little bit more, really find the stretch, what is good for you. It's really important for us to know how to say no. Without explanation, maybe. It's really hard. Why no? Why no? Just no. Smile. Okay, reversing the breath, so now inhaling to the right shoulder and exhaling to the left. Again, using the breath, use the full capacity of the breath. Use it for relaxing the neck. And inhale to the center. Apply root lock. And exhale. Just meditate for a moment. See how you feel. See how the neck feels. How it nicely opened all the way. So when the spine is nice and warm up, everything is flowing, we're gonna use a frog pose to shift the energy, the Kundalini, or the sexual energy, if you want, which is dormant at the bottom of the spine. Really charge up all the body. Yeah? So we're going to move the energy up. So how we do it is through a frogs. So I'm going to demonstrate. So for frogs, you start with standing, and then you go down. Your feet are about this apart, half a foot. So for the frogs, it's really important to join your heels together, yeah? And your heels are off the ground at all times, yeah? So you're sort of sitting like a frog. Your fingers are in the front, your spine is straight. So this is your exhale position, yeah? And then you go up, stretch up, and you inhale, and then you go back down, and you look ahead, yeah, as if like a frog was looking ahead on a watch. And then you go back up, and back down. Yeah, simple as that. Don't go just yet. So remember to keep your back straight, remember to keep your heels off the ground, and remember to look ahead when you go down. Yeah, I'm gonna play some music, and the magic number for this evening is 54. So 54 frogs, if you can, count for yourself. I'm gonna make a song, so we can go for it. Put a smile on your face, and breathe deeply. Off we go. That's it, keep going, stretch up as high as it goes. And remember to look forward when you go down. That's it. When you look forward, smile into the camera. That's it. Make sure the heels are connected. Just do your best. Always doing your best. Very good. Yes, I know it will burn. Have a break and then go back to it. If you need, have a short break and then go back. This is the last exercise of the Kriya. Try to stay with it. Your own pace, your own teacher. Try to go. Yes, the thighs will be burning. Well done, guys, well done. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's go. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go to the point where there's nobody doing. When you have, sit and meditate. Good, I'm going to support you. Come on, let's go together. Go, keep it going. Very good, guys. You must be nearly there. You can scream, you can shout if it helps. Cursing me wouldn't help. That doesn't help. I usually use a laughter. Laughter is a good one. Ah. Amazing. Diana, very good. Well done, well done. When you have set yourself for relaxation, just lay on your back, guys. Amazing. Whoop, that's too quick. Yeah, when you have, just simply lay down on your back and set yourself for deep relaxation. Cover yourself if you want. Use a blanket, have a sip of water. chest. Draw your knees to your chest. Give them a good hug and just rock on this. Lovely. And drawing your knees to your chest. Having a nice stretch, gently waking up the body. Just rock side to side. Time making your way back to sitting. So sitting in easy pose. We're going to do a Laya Yoga Meditation. Laya. So we're going to be using a mantra. So your hands first about the mudra. Mudra is quite simple, hands in a Gyan mudra, so these three fingers nicely stretched out. There's a pressure between the index finger and the thumb. Then place your hands, the back of your hands on your knees. Stretch out. So when you do that, you stretch out the chest. Chin down, chest out. Yeah, so the hands are open, so you sort of open up. Yeah, that's the hand position. And then we're going to be chanting Ek Onkara Satanama Sri Vaha Hey Guru. So this mantra travels like a spiral along the spine. So each time you do the you move up the diaphragm. Yeah, so the ik onka, you don't have to worry about the mantra at the moment, just how you pronounce it. So when you do ek onkara, you move up the diaphragm. Yeah, so the sound is produced here, not in the throat. Yeah, so you move the energy up. So imagine that you're starting at the base of the spine where the root chakra is, and you go one round. So you go ik onkara, and then you stop here at the navel, then you do a second round, satanama, you stop here, the throat, siriwa, you stop at the third eye, and then you let it go up with hey guru. Yeah, so it goes like this, ek onkara, satanama, Sri Va Hey Guru Ek Onkara Satanama Sri Va Hey Guru. Yeah, and so ik is the one. This is the or you can be a god as well if you want. Ik is the initiation. This is where the Big Bang was. You know, when the universe started, it was the ik. It's the first blast. Ong is the expansion, yeah, so ik ong. So first was ik, then was ong. Kar relates to the ong. Satanam, you know, truth is my identity. Siri Wa is the great consciousness, the great Waheguru, if you want. Waheguru is the you are placing yourself in a state of an ecstasy when you connect with the higher consciousness. This is what the universal consciousness is. This is what Waheguru means. Yeah, I always like to explain the mantra exactly what it means, so you know what you're chanting. So you lift the diaphragm up firmly when you chant the up. Yeah, so it travels 3.5 circles. 1, 2, 3.5 up. Yeah. So I'm going to play a song so we can get into it. Yeah, so get into your position. Nice and strong. Just meditate for a moment. Close your eyes and breathe for a second. Lovely. gonna go with you to support. Just simply get into the mantra, lock onto the mantra, and then just simply let it take you. You will raise the energy up the spine and then to your aura. It's a very beautiful, uplifting effect. So
here we go. Ekankara Satanama Srivaha Hey Guru 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 Ekankara Satanama Siriva, Hey Guru Ek Onkara, Satnama, 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 Siriva,
Hey Guru, and inhale. Inhale, hold the breath. Apply root lock, apply Muladhan. And exhale. Just feel the effects of the mantra, of the meditation. It might be very subtle, so try to connect to the subtlety of the meditation. If you could feel how the energy moves along the spine, that's brilliant. If not, don't worry, you might just need a little bit more practice, or do the meditation for longer. So as I said, you can do this up to 31 minutes, and that creates some magic. Lovely. Let's finish the session with long time Sansong. Put your hands in the prayer pose, tucking into the sternum. And feel how the simple mudra just balances your brain. You connect the left and the right hemisphere. You are in a place of the neutral mind in your heart. I invite you to sing along if you wish, or just meditate on those words, what they mean. It's a blessing song. bless yourself, bless others with your intention. Just let it guide your way. Let it guide your way. Deep breath in. Inhale and stretch your hands above the crown. Exhale, radiating peace to all. May we find ourselves in a state where we can just radiate peace to everybody. Through the throat, through the third eye, light to all. May we have the courage to shine the light to all. Through the throat. May we speak truth and only truth, even when it seems hard. And sometimes it is hard. But may we speak always the truth. Through your heart, may we share love and compassion and kindness with our actions, with our words, wherever we go. Rounding the practice through the lower centers and gently bowing the head on the floor. Thanks for the teachings. Lovely. Thank you. It's Satnam. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I hope you feel energized. I hope you feel lovely in the spine and you had some nice experience. And I shall see you next week. Thank you, Satnam.